Let's talk about trust and cooperation, and what trust Donald Trump is destroying and why he's destroying it. It's right out of the authoritarian playbook. Our entire governmental structure is based on trust. The Constitution, Article 1, Article 2, Article 3, establishing the legislative, the executive, the judicial branches. It is all based on trust, that the branches would serve as checks and balances on each other, and that branch that was being checked by another would play by the rules. It was trust that everybody would play by the rules as laid out in that document. And, it's trust that if the executive branch got a court order saying it couldn't do X, Y, or Z, that the executive would cooperate with that order. Um, and and internationally, we're dealing with trade and stuff right now, and tariffs and all of that shit. And domestically, it's like trust of the citizenry in the institutions of government, trust of the citizenry in the courts, trust in the legislative branch, trust in the executive branch. Because the power comes from the people, and if the people lose all of their trust in the institutions, then you've just got chaos. And when the founding fathers wrote the Constitution and set us up this way, they also trusted in the electorate. They trusted in the electorate that they wouldn't elect somebody like Donald Trump, a demagogic madman, a lunatic with no skills qualifications whatsoever, who has no respect for the United States of America, its institutions, its government, its citizens, its standing in the world, its relationships with other countries internationally. And internationally, with issues like trade and things like the NATO treaty, all of that stuff is based on trust and cooperation, every bit of it. And what we're seeing with the stock markets over the last few days, to a person, these billionaire investor class guys and the Wall Street types, who almost every single one of them supported Donald Trump, they trusted that he wouldn't be stupid enough to do what he's doing right now with his tariffs. They trusted that there would be adults in the room that would prevent his worst impulses. They trusted that he wouldn't blow up the United States economy. They trusted that he wouldn't blow up the international economy. And, and those same guys also trusted that Trump wouldn't proactively set out to destroy all of our relationships with our allies: Canada, Mexico, Japan, South Korea, Australia, all of Europe. People who voted for him trusted that he wouldn't capitulate to Vladimir Putin in Ukraine. And Donald Trump, in undermining American democracy, again, straight out of the authoritarian playbook, recognizes that he has to destroy people's trust in government. He has to destroy people's trust in its institutions. And that's why Elon Musk is perfect for Donald Trump. Elon Musk has half of the electorate firmly believing that the DOJ was corrupt, the FBI was corrupt, Social Security is corrupt, the Department of Education is corrupt, the VA is corrupt, Medicare and Medicaid are corrupt. And their trust in those institutions is gone. And when you have no more trust in institutions, you have completely unmoored that. All right, hopefully this works. I got a phone call and that can screw up the recording, but whatever. You know, you've completely unmoored society. And I mean, look at what Donald Trump has done for years with people's trust in the media. The media hasn't done themselves any favors in that regard either. And when all trust is gone across the board for everything, especially when it comes to the media, then you don't trust information. And when you don't trust information, then nothing is true anymore. Nothing is true and nothing is false. Everybody does their own research. And that is when the authoritarian takes over. What Trump has done in 10 weeks took Viktor Orban years in Hungary, and Donald Trump's gotten it done in 2.5 months. And that's why he's trying to destroy trust in literally everything.